All right. So let me show you one of the tech gaslight methods, and this will pertain to YouTube. Okay, so essentially, there's hackers that know how to do a Google Hits optimization for essentially like the home page. Okay, and so essentially like this one is how to spot BPD, and that most of the people that are in S&M believe in having that anyways, and that then this is like a thread of somebody that would be like, I mean, this is how they would use that stuff. Right now it's happening. I noticed it on my iPad. Okay, so they essentially attempt to do a Google hit optimization to build fear and intimidation. Okay, so fear, this is the fear part. This is where they want you to be afraid of the online S&M diagnosis team of diagnosis through online, through looking at a video and not actually doing a real diagnosis. But they want you to be afraid. And then on my iPad it has like a mother, something that represents personally. They like to find personal. They have an FBI index that they use. And then they know that there's certain ideas, because there's people that know me personally in this group in Tri-Cities, that they know specific stuff will remind me of my ex-wife. So it attempts to build psycho fear of the team of cops threatening the life of my ex-wife or something. And then there's a similar one for a child. There's a picture of a child and a father and shit. Okay, so this is where they think about this stuff. They attempt to build a Google hit optimization of the tech promo methods that come in their stupid S&Ms with when these people like YouTube to the top. Essentially, with that comes contracts of optimizing ads, but then it gets used in different ways. This is all it is. And so this is where you people, I'm just documenting more of these psychotic tech gaslight methods that you guys use. And that in ways it gets used in tandem in a tech psycho way, where this stuff comes with an audio speaker in a low volume that they start talking in your speaker and they start threatening you and stuff and they try and scare you. But who's the pedophiles on real computers? There's a real reality that your guys' 33 fears and blames and shit. You people are the ones that did all that stuff. You people are the ones that sat around trying to patsy me off and shit with those audios in the middle of the night. You, the people, are the ones that thought that you guys could throw me in prison for saying that stuff, and then all of you sitting around doing a lot of that stuff. You see how dumb all of you are? Just want to remind all of you that your guys' plan is to claim, basically they just took a bunch of stuff that I said in the middle of the night, then they just started doing it. And I said a bunch of stuff like how to do illegal stuff and shit like that. And then I described like what ultimate Satan sex stuff is and shit, and that's where they'll claim that I was building a tech club or something. I don't have a tech club. You see this? This is where your guys' advanced 21st century Cayman Island Patsy Bang shit, that ain't gonna work. It isn't gonna work at all. So just remember that while you guys are sitting around feeling really confident about your guys' like stupid ass 33 fear shit, I know what that is, don't I? Don't I, everybody? Being the guy that talked in the middle of the night, that you guys recorded illegally, and then you guys sat around essentially building what was a very basic explanation and joke. It was like meant for a book that they turned into some sort of tech gaslighting method, because they're all Satanists that like to do Satan S&M gaslighting to people. They turned it into an online version, and that is where they attempted, like, they want to sit around and patsy somebody about it, and that is where all I was doing is trying to come up with concepts for books And then they turned everything I said into some way to throw me in a fucking prison. Look at how I'm eating kosher. What do I believe? And so basically, for years now, they've probably thought that I actually thought that stuff, and I don't. And see, that's where I have the advantage over them in a lot of the ways. See, when I approach things in a full scale way, kind of like 36 blocks. I think it's 36 or 72 blocks. And then I approach things with a full scale methodology, fully knowing what I was embarking on. So next time you guys tango with somebody that had really advanced concepts of how to solve the world's hardest mathematical problems, when you guys heard that stuff, you guys thought that you people were still smarter than me for being a voyeur stalker. You see how you guys rape kids in front of cameras and then you upload it to dark webs? You guys still think you're smarter than me, huh? You know what those end up becoming? Something that will follow all of you and will slave all of you until you all die. That's what those will become. Do you guys feel really fucking smart about that shit now? It's like, even as a huge group, I would never be afraid of you people with this fucking shit. Tech gaslighting, this weird shit. Yeah, Google hit optimization. You see the scientific explanation for, they use this. Yeah, by the way, they all use this for forms of secondary messaging, interpretive drug codes and shit. So just remember that when you guys target people, this is what you guys also do. So if you guys are trying to build up a package of causing the drug codes or something, and then justifying doing a voyeur site on somebody, why doesn't that evidence ever get used in any of these investigations around here? Because all these drug dealers you people busted, you guys all use this shit against them. And that you guys never have that evidence. You guys never have, see, what you guys do is you guys wait around for the person to actually be seen in front of some public camera selling drugs. And then you guys start up some investigation. So what I know is that people that do that, if you just don't do anything like that, which I don't, and that the justification for the camera at the beginning, what was that? A bunch of voyeur site drug code theory. You guys never used that part, huh? That's how I know that I won't be afraid of your guys' little drug nerd fucking shit. You people, there's nothing scary about your guys' most ultimate. Yeah, those other people you guys go after, they sell drugs. And I don't. So, when you guys sit around for months and months, still voyeuring the person, still doing monitoring of houses and shit, when you guys do that for so long without any evidence from it, then at some point you guys have to stop. And since you guys use it as your guys' form of fucking intimidations and shit, I'm not going to be intimidated by you people filing false reports, okay? You people are weaponizing investigations in this regional investigation drug metro. And I'm not going to be afraid of people who are literally too stupid to realize the methods that are being seen by you fucking people are the exact things that nobody is ever trained to be allowed to do. That's what I know about all of you, is that you all fear the other people in the FBI. The other people. The ones that get good positions. None of that shit that you people do at me would ever be allowable in the regular, this is what I know about podunk fucking retard FBI. None of this shit would be allowed in Seattle Even if that guy fucking hates me, he prefers me to be down here because it's easier to get away with that type of shit in these dumb podunk fucking conservative areas. And that's all it is. I went around all dumb conservative podunk fucking areas. And that the only reason that Vegas would ever have that is because basically, like, the problems in Vegas are so rampant that is where they kind of have a 50 camera system there, and that it's kind of pushed by the casinos because they attempt to keep it a clean place. It's important to the economy there. That's kind of their justification. And then Donald Trump became president, and then he kind of pushed for maintaining that shit. But anywhere else, this 50 camera shit doesn't fly. This is like in Seattle. A lot of this defunding of the fucking police has to do with these methods that you people are doing. See, the public's money doesn't want to be used to be running your guys' pedo hookup sites and cop fucking gangs. Nobody wants to pay you fucking people for doing that shit. And that's really, in lots of ways, what that shit's about. If you people are gonna cover up and never fucking investigate all the corruption in these police forces, this is the exact reason why they have people in Seattle that are willing to defund all of you. And then more than likely, this shit's gonna start happening to that fucking sheriff down in LA. They don't want to pay for your guys' gangs and shit. They don't want to pay for you guys going after innocent little girls and shit that you guys fuck. Because that's basically what a lot of you spend all fucking day doing. Maintaining control over liabilities in your guys' pedo hookup site.